Good morning, students. Let's move on to the next part of the alimentary canal, that is the small intestine. The semi-digested food passes from the stomach into the small intestine. That means by the time the food has reached the stomach, the food is semi-digested. Okay, and then the semi-digested food, it reaches the small intestine. Now, most digestion takes place in the upper part of the small intestine. And here the food is mixed with two important secretions from the liver and the pancreas. There are some enzymes also which are produced. Okay, you have seen in the alimentary canal, if you look at the alimentary canal, you will be able to see that just near the stomach you have got the pancreas as well as the liver. Okay, and what are pancreas and liver? The pancreas and liver are the glands. Just as we studied the salivary glands, the salivary gland secretes saliva. In the same way, we have got two other glands here, that is liver and the pancreas. The liver is a reddish brown colored gland situated on the right side, okay, just above the stomach. It is situated just above the stomach and it is the largest gland in the body. Liver is the largest gland in our body and it secretes a liquid which is called as the bile. Now, and it is stored in the, temporarily it is stored in the gallbladder, and the gall which is attached to the liver. Okay, what does the bile do? The bile is alkaline and it helps to neutralize the acidity of the food leaving the stomach. That means I told you that the stomach contains the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is present in the stomach. Now whatever food, when this food is leaving the stomach and reaching the small intestine, the bile, it helps to neutralize the acidity. Okay, and this bile also breaks the fats. So clear, children? That means, see, what does the liver do? Liver is the largest gland in the body and liver secretes the bile. Okay, so the bile is secreted by the liver, but it is stored in the gallbladder. Usually this question comes. Okay, children, so do not get confused. Liver secretes the bile, but it is stored in the gallbladder. And what does the gallbladder, what does the bile do? Bile helps to break down the fats. Okay, if you remember, children, I have already told you what does the saliva do. The saliva helps to digest the starch. Saliva digests the starch into, it converts the starch into sugar. Okay, then in the stomach, what is broken down? In the stomach, proteins are broken down. And here in the small intestine, fats are broken down into simple substances. Clear? Then you have also seen pancreas. It is just below the stomach. Pancreas is a leaf-shaped gland which is present just below the stomach and it secretes pancreatic juice. Okay, and this pancreatic juice acts on carbohydrates and proteins, changing them into simple forms. Okay, it changes them into again the simple form. So what happens, that is, by the time the intestinal glands produce enzymes that complete the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So that means you can say that digestion of food is complete in the small intestine. Here it is totally complete. That means the carbohydrates, see, all these are complex forms, okay? Carbohydrates, proteins and fats. This cannot be digested by our body as it is. So by the time it reaches the small intestine, the digestion is complete. And what happens? Carbohydrates are converted into glucose, proteins are converted into amino acids, and fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerol. So all these are the simple forms. Okay, this cannot be digested by the body, but these are converted into their simplest form. So glucose is the simpler form of carbohydrate, amino acids are the simple forms of proteins, and fatty acids and glycerol are the simpler forms of fats. So this can be easily digested by the body. Now the digested food is taken in through the walls of small intestine into the bloodstream. Okay, that is, see what happens. You can see here in this figure. What is this? The walls of the small intestine. Okay, on the walls of the, these are the walls of the small intestine. On the walls of the small intestine, there are thousands of finger-like projection. You can see these are looking like fingers, na? Finger-like projections are present on the walls of the small intestine, and these are called as villi, V-I-L-L-I, villi, and villus is the singular form. Okay, it are called as the villi. Now, what do the villi do is it increases the surface area for absorption. What is the function of villi? It increases the surface area for absorption of nutrients. Okay, and whatever nutrients are absorbed here, it passes through the, there are many capillaries, blood capillaries are there present here. Okay, so through these blood capillaries, it is carried out to all parts of the body. Okay, and it is utilized by the body. So you can say that in the small intestine, all these the carbohydrates, the fat, proteins, fats, they all are broken down into simple substances, and all the nutrients are absorbed here. Okay, and then from here it is carried out to all parts of the body. Clear, children? So I hope this much is clear to you. Then we come to the last part of the alimentary canal, that is the large intestine. What happens in large intestine is that undigested food along with the water moves down into the large intestine. Okay, now as I told you, in the small intestine the digestion is complete. Now whatever undigested food is left, along with the water, it moves to the large intestine. The large intestine is shorter than the small intestine. Okay, it is 1.6 meters in length, the large intestine, and 6 centimeter wide. Okay, 1.6 meters in length and 6 centimeters wide. And what does it do? It absorbs water and minerals from the undigested food. Whatever undigested food is remained, okay, from there it absorbs the water. The undigested food material becomes semi-solid and is called as feces. Okay, and that is what we pass down in the morning. Feces. It passes through the large intestine. It is stored in the rectum and then gets expelled from the body through the anus. Okay, so what is the function of large intestine? In the large intestine, water and minerals are absorbed from undigested food. Okay, whatever what do you say, whatever water and minerals, whatever is there, it is absorbed from the undigested food, and it is then stored, and then afterwards it is converted, the undigested food is converted into feces and it is removed from the body. So with this we have finished with all the parts of the alimentary canal and all the procedure, what all takes place during the process of digestion. In the next video we will study about the nutrition in the grass eating animals. Till that time, take care, children, and be safe.